Welcome, Grid Insiders, to another episode of the Success Grid podcast. With me today, Sardor Akhmedov. He is a serial tech entrepreneur and a public speaker who currently holds a position as the COO and managing partner at Jafton.com and Mest.com. So, Sam, are you ready to enter the grid?
Ready, more ready.
Awesome. So, I give a little intro about you. Why don't you give us a little more about who you are and what you do?
Sure, yeah. Thank you for the introduction and for the invite, Hussein.
Okay.
And it's my pleasure to be here today. And,
Me too. Thank you for being here.
You mentioned my title. You know, that's what I do. I'm a remote tech entrepreneur. Work, from my home. This is, I'm here right now. This is like pretty much my office. My office is anywhere. And 23 years old right now. And so,
Wow. How old are you?
23.
Awesome. That's great.
I started pretty young because I never finished college, so I jumped right into the business because I really wanted to get into the game. So that's
Cool.
a little bit of my story. It started very early.
Cool. So I was going to ask you, why did you drop out of college?
Yeah, because during college I was, first of all, I wasn't seeing that much value in it as an entrepreneur because first I always wanted to be a tech entrepreneur, and I thought that in order to do that, you need to know how to code. So I actually entered with the major of electrical engineering to college, but then I ended up switching to business because I realized I don't need to know necessarily how to code to be a tech entrepreneur. And once I switched to business, I realized that in college, they don't teach you business in a way to be the business owner. They teach you how to work for a business.
Yeah, exactly.
What really pissed me off, and I was like, oh, this isn't like, I don't want to be an employee. Why are they teaching me all these things to be an employee, right? And then, so I really was losing interest. And then I started my own business on the side. Which was not a tech business, but it was a sport nutrition business. And it went well, I was making money. So I was like, well, I don't really see a point of keep on going. So then I got involved with tech, and that was obvious to me that I just simply don't have time for college. Not to discredit college, there's a lot of value in it. If I could, I would go back and probably go into a better school, which was another reason the school that I was in, I was not liking the school. The whole the main reason.
Cool. So you are like 23 now. So if you finished, you would be already done. So from your experience, how much time did you spend in college? 1 year, 2 years?
A year and a half, 3 semesters.
Okay, cool. So I can feel you because me personally, I went to college. I finished eventually, but at the start, I went and studied for, like you did, for like 3 semesters. And there was a lot of things on my mind. I was already in the marketplace. I was already working. So I thought, why do I need this certificate to just put it on the back of my room's wall? It does not define anything. It does not define you, right? But what you see is that we are in the mindset of like finish college and get a job, right? This is the thing that we see even from our parents mostly, and the people who are around you, right? So finish college and get a job. So I went back, I finished, and I worked for many things, and now I work for a bank. But that's not gonna continue sooner, hopefully later than, because this is not how it works. Like you said, they teach us how to be like the employee on things. They don't teach you, especially in business majors, they don't teach you how to be innovative and creative. Exactly. Yeah. So you studied in the US?
Yes, in the US. I came
cool.
7 years ago.
Yeah. Where did you came from?
I originally come from Uzbekistan. Something I didn't mention.
Cool. Yeah.
It's in Central Asia, the capital of Uzbekistan, Tashkent. I came here for high school first, and then went to college after high school.
Cool. So tell me more in detail. How did you break into the tech business? Because you finished college. Oh, sorry, you didn't finish college, and you went out without finishing, and you went as a 23 years old now as a tech entrepreneur. You are in miss.com and in gifton.com. How these two came about?
Yeah, so my route of how I got into tech is not a traditional route of like a lot of people just, go out and start companies of their own. Instead, what I did was I met my first mentor, back in 2017 in New York, and he was a serial entrepreneur. His name is Sardor Akhmedov, and he was the first mentor in technology that I had, technology business, and he was a very experienced entrepreneur. So I actually started working for him at first, just like, helping him with sales, business development, other tasks. And then slowly I worked my way up to becoming his partner. And now we are partners in this company. So I became the,
Whoa,
managing
really?
partner.
The first thing is having a mentor is something important and essential to achieve more in your life in general. Second, you started with him as your mentor, and now you are like with a partner with him.
Well, not above, but we're like partners. Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, I mean, this is, I'd say this is a quicker way. Like I always say, people say, how do I get to the level that I want to achieve? I say, well, find somebody who you like, who you want to be like. Because when I saw my mentor, I said, wow, this is what I want to be like when
Yeah,
I,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
So if you just, you know, go and work with that person, you're going to assimilate. You're going to learn a lot of things quicker because that person, he worked his whole life to make all this experience and get that knowledge. And you can just take that from him right
and
away.
condense it into smaller time period. Yes.
Exactly.
This is what they call success leaves clues. You go and model success. You exactly like what you said. You go find someone who you want to be like, and study him or interview him or be like him and follow his footsteps. That will decrease the time that you achieve the same thing that they did. That's
100%.
yeah. So okay, how to build a business in tech at a young age? How people are doing that today? How did your story exactly begin? Because nowadays I see, for example, a lot of maybe applications or whatever that young people want to do. So how would you go around that as a young entrepreneur?
Right. I mean, if you're starting from zero, first of all, you need to try out what you want to do. Obviously, it's not very likely that you'll succeed from the first attempt, but it is likely. So, like I said, first of all, if you can get mentors, people who did it, they can save you a lot of trouble, and you can learn a lot from them. And I believe in partnerships a lot. In any
Yeah.
business that I get involved with, I do it in partnerships. I don't go there myself. So I would say, find the right partner, preferably somebody who's more experienced than yourself. If you're young, especially somebody who's older than you, who's done that. And what you can bring is, a lot of young people think that, oh, well, why would the older person work with me? What's their motivation? Well, they would work with you because you, as a young person, actually have that new perspective, new ideas, and they
Exactly.
can benefit from that too. So, like with my example, myself and my partner, I bring something to the table that I know some new trends. I'm young and like I'm like more energy and things like that. So there's they call it like a synergy, right? A 1 plus 1 is not 2, but 11 sometimes, because it creates a lot of energy together. So
Yeah.
that's the biggest, I would say, example of how you can get started quickly. If you don't have a partner, if you want to be a solopreneur though, then you can just go and try as soon as possible. Just don't wait. Don't idealize. A lot of people idealize. They're like, oh, when I have investments, that will start. When I have this, I will start. No, just go and start. And there's
Exactly.
a really good book called Lean Startup, which describes how you can start with very bare minimum amount of resources.
So okay, so can we put them in like top tips, and like what are the top tips for young entrepreneurs who are just starting out? The first thing, it could be finding a mentor, right? The
And
second
then your
thing,
partner.
yeah,
And then second thing is start as quickly as possible.
no, it doesn't have to be perfect. Yes.
Doesn't have to be perfect. Yes. Don't idealize. Third is use some resources like books. There's a lot of really good books like Lean Startup. Zero to One is a really good book by Peter Thiel. Those are golden books. You should definitely read them before starting a tech startup, especially.
Cool. Okay. So let me ask you about your daily routine. What do you do on your day? What kind of when do you wake up? What kind of things do you do?
Yeah. So lately I kind of went off track a little bit, but I always, try to schedule things and stick to the schedule as much as possible. It's very, very important, especially I realized last year, to have a proper like system in place in your life.
Yeah.
A set of habits, right? You wake up at a certain time, you eat at a certain time, you eat a certain meal, and some people might think this is boring, like, oh, having a routine is boring. No, but if you don't have the proper routine and proper system in place, then you become a victim of circumstances. Anything
Yes.
can happen. You'll get dragged along, like to that
Exactly.
direction.
I
But if you
don't
have
have time. I don't have time. It's I can't do that.
Yeah, but if you have a proper system and habits, then you will be systematic. Your life will be predictable. Like you will know exactly what you're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'd say, I stick to schedule as much as possible. Like I use Google Calendar. I use Calendly for bookings
Ah,
of
cool.
my time and, tools like that. But I also keep track of my habits, I write them down. I check them off like every day, and it very much helps. Like from the top habits that I have, I would say having a cold shower in the morning has really been helpful. Like
Hmm.
I'd say it's a contrast shower. It's like cold and hot. Like I mix it, like switch, and it helps your immune system and it wakes you up in the morning really well. Then in the morning, I try to attack the most important tasks in the first half before 12 o'clock. I try to like, go over the sales, go over the client task, like most important things. And then in the afternoon, you can have, operational tasks, some smaller strategy planning things that in the second half. So for business, I would say in the first half of the day, do the most important things. Like, if you should close a deal, go work with that client, do those things first, and then second half you can like have less important things.
Yeah. So the first thing anyone should tackle at first is the most important thing, not the easiest task.
Yeah,
The most important task that brings value to you or to your customer or to your
exactly.
company, right? Not the easiest one. So let me ask you, you are in the mobile app landscape and digital opportunities, right? So
Right. Yes.
so
We do develop mobile applications. Right.
yes. What else do you do? What else
So
you do
yeah,
other
so
than
so
that?
with our company, we have two sides of our company. We have a service and consulting side of our company, which is Jafton.com,
Mm,
where we do IT consultancy and we provide like services of outsourcing. Like if you want to develop something, we will build it for you.
okay.
And we have a product side of our company where we have Miss.com and a few other products that we do experimental products.
Yeah.
And that is like our own products, So the goal
Mm,
is to like, switch and focus on the product. But when you're building a tech product, it's going to take a couple of years for this to be profitable. So
yeah.
the product side of our company is not profitable yet,
Okay.
but the consultancy is profitable. So what the money that we make from consultancy, we invest in our own products, right? So
Mm,
that when our products, achieve a certain amount of users, then it's going to bring more revenue, and it's going to be a stable business. But sometimes you have to have a second business that will be feeding your other business that
okay.
you're building. That's going to take some time to
Yeah.
invest in the cash,
Yeah. If you have some, like you said, some kind of business still needs time to grow to the point where it breaks even and makes profit, you need to make sure that there is some money coming in covering that, so you can cover your costs, especially if you have like employees or something like that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, regarding to making apps or mobile apps, how much does it cost to make an app nowadays? Does it cost much? If I would
Yeah,
like to make an app, does that is gonna cost much?
Yeah, it's a question that we get asked every day, and it's a very difficult question because it's like asking how much does it cost to build a house, right?
Okay.
So it depends on like what kind of house do you want to build? Is it a condo or is it a mansion with like fountains with the backyard with all the tools, right? So it depends on the complexity, of course, but your apps can range anywhere from like for a cheaper company, I would say, there are companies that do it under 10,000. We're not in that range. We go 20,000 at least $20,000 and above. And some of our contracts are like, above, 300, 400,000, $500,000 contract for, they could be a year contract, 2 year contract. Those are like bigger companies. We also work with the government agencies, so it all depends on the complexity, of the product.
Oh, cool. So, okay, so if someone has like is interested in building an app or wants to go in the business of developing apps, what where they should start? Do you think?
Um, well, first of all, they should understand the industry. They should understand tech.
Hmm.
They don't have to be super technical, but they have to be good at like managing the business, right? And
Hmm.
so here there are two components in this business. First, most important is you should be able to sell yourself, sell your services, and market your business, right? So you should create a brand and
Hmm.
you should generate sales. That's first of all. If you don't make sales, it doesn't matter what kind of a good product you have, what service you provide, nobody's gonna know about it, right? So once, let's say, you have the proper sales, marketing campaign, brand, then you go and you need to find talent. You need to find the people that are going to build this, right? So in
Yeah.
our company, we have over 40 engineers working
Oh.
for us, and it's they're distributed across 5 countries, and we source best talent, because we have access and we have connections in the industry, and we have employees that we've been working with for many years
Hmm.
now, and that can provide the service, right? So once we
Yeah.
close the deal, then we have the right people to do that. So it's two sides of this business, right? So it's
Hmm.
not a very easy business to enter to.
Yeah.
The barriers are high here. Although some people might think, oh, it's just development, it's a commodity. No, it's not that easy.
Yeah, you can get an app, but how? Let's say a general question: how many downloads will it get? For
That's
example.
another question. That's for a client. But for us who builds builds the apps, we also need to sell our services to those who want to build the app, right?
Hmm.
So that's yeah, like it's about marketing and sales first of
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, cool. So you mentioned like in your business you have two sides. So how in general product quality creates faster ROI for your business?
Product
Quality
quality, create a faster ROI. Okay.
for the business.
Right. I mean, the quality of the product matters, of course, a lot. Like I said, you need both. You need to be able to sell the product and market it first of all. But let's say, first of all, I need to get my attention of the clients, right? I
Yeah.
need to promote it well so that people see it in the first place. Let's say I have Instagram. If Instagram wasn't promoted well, people wouldn't know about it, or TikTok wasn't promoted, people wouldn't know about it. But sometimes you get a really good promotion, but then the product is not good. It also doesn't work. So
Mm,
the product has to match what you're advertising.
mm,
If you have both, then you're going to succeed,
good.
because
Yeah.
even if you get in front of the clients,
Mm,
10 to 10,000, 10 million clients, but your product doesn't match,
mm,
nobody's gonna obviously use it, right? So it
mm,
has to quality matters for the ROI, of course. In long term, it matters a lot. Yeah.
cool. So you basically there is now cloud computing. Does your business depends on cloud computing?
No, not that's not our focus.
Yeah.
We do use cloud for hosting, but that's not our focus. We don't do like data analysis or cloud computing, things like that. No,
Mm,
we just do hardcore development,
yeah.
design, and consultancy.
Okay, cool. And let me ask you, does blockchain has to do anything with your business? The blockchain technology,
Yeah,
does
the
it affect your
blockchain is
business?
yeah, blockchain is a very strong technology that we actually have another company within our family of brands called BlockCrunch, which we focus on blockchain consultancy solely. And lately, the trend has been coming up again. Coming back from it died out in 2018. Now it's coming back,
Okay.
and we do build NFTs right now with the that's a hot topic right now. We're
Yeah.
building applications with NFTs right now. We're building applications with blockchain, with cryptocurrency tracker apps, all kinds of like blockchain related technology apps. Yes, we do have expertise in blockchain as well. We have
Yeah.
really strong blockchain engineers.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So can you can we go back a little bit to your two ventures or website, jafton.com and miss.com? Give us the pointers of what exactly they do and how they can help people if they want to check them out.
Right. So, like I said, Jackson.com is a consultancy agency. We provide outsourced development services. Let's say you want to start a tech business
Yeah.
and you want to build something like Uber or build something like Airbnb. You come to us and you just tell us the idea, and then we build everything for you. We give you a quote, proposal, and then we build everything for you. Like, we design it, we prototype it, we develop it, we release it. All you have to do is then take the product and market it. We don't market, but you market it yourself, but we build it everything for you, from
Cool.
scratch. That's Japton.com.
Mm,
Now with Miss.com, it's a tool. It's basically an automation tool for businesses that need to have remotes that provide remote services, right? Right now, the whole world is remote, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say one of our clients right now, it's a home services industry company, and they provide services of like electricians, technicians that come to your house and fix your things, right?
Yeah.
How would they need remote services, right? It's weird. They need to come to your house and fix it, right? But interesting thing, even those companies right now are switching to remote because
Okay.
some people they don't want to have technicians come to their house because they're afraid of COVID, or
No.
they just simply don't want to have people come to their house, right? Let's say my fridge broke, right? And I
Yeah.
need to fix my fridge, but it's a simple thing.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't need somebody to come to my house. I can just do a video call with them and say, hey, let's say Hussein, you're a technician. I say, Hussein, how do I fix my fridge? Let me show you on the video. And then you tell me, hey, turn this, change this. You
Yeah.
tell me, give instructions. I do it myself at home.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I pay you for consulting.
Okay.
Now,
Cool.
with .com, we provide that technology to those companies so they can have video calls, they can have payments, and they can have scheduling all in one application. We build
Cool.
that technology into your app.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a final question. What project do you have in mind for the future or for now?
I mean, yeah, we have a lot of things that we're working on. Right now, one of the exciting things that I personally am passionate about is voice technology.
Oh, cool.
Anything
You,
related to voice.
yeah, cool. Especially, I recently YouTube had like a voice search. I think in YouTube, it's a newly added. It's not something old.
Yeah, I mean, voice has been around for a long time, but it's been trending, lately.
Up, yes.
So we thought Clubhouse, right? Clubhouse is
Yeah.
so we're building something like Clubhouse, but for corporations, something similar to Slack, but it's like Clubhouse. It's a voice chat for companies. That's the exciting thing that we're working on, and some other products around voice technology and video technology. That's our focus right now, and that's what
Mm,
I'm excited about right now.
cool, cool. Well, all the best in your new venture. Sam, thank you for being here today with me on the Success Grid podcast.
Yeah, pleasure. Thank you for saying for the
Awesome.
invitation. Thank you so much.
Awesome.